Wondering if you have a big project that you want to be tackling that you haven't quite figured out how to tackle yet. Topic today for our Thoughtfully Fit Thursday is that mountain won't climb itself. And I am really happy that Erin Celello has joined me to talk about how you can get support to achieve your goals. Erin is with the fifth semester, and when I wanted to take my idea of a book from inspiration to publication, I sought out a resource to help me because you don't have to climb that mountain alone. And when I found the fifth semester, it was exactly what I needed. So, Erin, welcome today. Maybe you could start by just sharing what the fifth semester is and your background, which is incredible, from author to professor to Ironman triathlete to mom, all of that.
Yes. So thank you, first of all, so much for having me. This is so much fun. And, I'm so proud of the book that you're putting out. And I know you're really proud of it too, but it's just been such a joy to be involved in that project and to have helped you with that. But yes, I am the director at this point of the fifth semester, which we help anyone with a book idea take their idea, develop it, plan and design their book, and take them through the publishing process. And in between there, we also offer a mentorship period, a one-on-one mentorship. And so it's really designed to help anyone. We've had anyone from people who have never really written anything creatively before to people who have finished MFAs and haven't yet finished their project or come out of that MFA and don't know how to get it to publication. And so the publishing industry can be kind of a bit of a mountain in and of itself, and we just help demystify that for people. So.
It's a huge mountain, and the level of expertise and wisdom that you have, I found invaluable. And when we're sharing and talking about this subject, I always try to ground everything in Thoughtfully Fit, and this is really around the practice of endurance. Endurance is when you get stuck. And one of the things that I think is so valuable is finding a support system to help you get unstuck. That's what the fifth semester was for Eliza and I, as we were trying to figure out, like, how do we write a proposal, a book proposal? Where do we start? Do we self-publish? Do we go with a traditional publisher? And then also you provided us this community and this support system that had other authors and access to editors and to get feedback. And I thought that was incredible. So how did you overcome, I don't know, I'm guessing that was a mountain to be able to develop this company, to develop the fifth semester. How did you do that?
Well, it happened over a lunch of mole enchiladas. My co-creator, Ann Garvin, and I were sitting down, and when you publish a book and you're an author and you speak on publishing, and both Ann and I are also professors of creative writing, and we teach for Drexel University's MFA program, and we just thought, we have all of these people coming to us all the time, asking us the same questions. And there are very few resources out there, or good resources out there on providing answers to those things. And we just thought, we wish we would have known all of this when we started out. And we also wish that some of the programs that we went through would have provided us the information that we needed to write and publish a book. And so we just thought, well, we'll take all of the kind of hard lessons learned and things that we wish we would have known in that point and combine them into one program. And so we worked really hard and it was a lot of fine tuning about how do you distill down exactly what you need to know to plan, write, and publish your book. And, it's been over a handful of years now. But I think that we've really fine-tuned the process. We have, wonderful alumni like you who have gone on to land literary agents, who have gone on to land book contracts. And I feel like we're just getting started, but really, really proud of where we've come so far. So.
I am, to your point earlier, am I proud? I am so proud. Because of the work we did with you, and I'm just going to share, we just got the cover for the book that comes out on June 1st. Thoughtfully Fit. I guarantee we would not have gotten such a strong publishing contract if it wasn't for the support that you in the 5th semester provided to us. When Eliza and I went through the program, it was in person. And now, since the pandemic has hit, how have you transitioned? Because we were meeting and had a retreat in Madison. We all met in New York City. I mean, it was fun. How are you dealing and working with authors now?
Yeah, so we really had to, I mean, like everyone in the last year, we really had to pivot. And so all of our offerings are now online. People can take those, all of our kind of courses, either self-paced online, kind of asynchronously, or we also are offering our residency, kind of a online version of what you did, Darcy. We're offering that online too. So we kind of meet on Zoom and go through the workshops. We have videos that we supplement that with. And we still do the mentorship, and we still do the bringing in agents and editors and kind of doing small group discussions with them. And we just kind of piloted that with Drexel University this fall, and it worked wonderfully. So it's kind of exciting. I know that the pandemic has given all of us so many challenges, but there are some silver linings in there too. And I think one of those is to be able to do this from the comfort of your home, especially for those people who might have a hard time traveling or just don't have the time or resources to do that. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and I remember in our kickoff retreat, we met downtown Madison, and if I remember right, there was somebody who actually drove from Washington, D.C. because she wanted to be in person and have that cohort feel. And so now what you offer is much more accessible to anybody who, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to come to Madison in, -9-degree weather, but
it's beautiful. As long as you don't have to go out in it.
Yeah. And I mean, I have known you for a long time, back when you did the Ironman, and you, to me, have that blend of being able to take something, a mountain that feels insurmountable, and break it down into bite-sized steps.
Well, so you helped me do that at that time, right? So I remember I had signed up for the Ironman. I had done like one triathlon before that. I had done a few marathons, but I don't even know if I owned a road bike when I signed up to do the Ironman, which seems crazy now. And I remember contacting you and putting in this panicked call because I just remember sitting at work and my office overlooked the lake. And I looked out, it was a stormy day, and I looked out there and there were these waves cresting, and I thought, how in the world am I going to swim over 2 miles in that sort of condition? Like, how am I going to do this? I'm going to die out there. And I just had this like overwhelming panic. And I remember very vividly, we were doing a retreat for work. And so I had to sit there and stare at the water for a very long time. And but you met with me regularly and kind of broke down the process for me and did kind of distill it down into those bite-sized chunks. So I love the symmetry of this, that we sort of have done that for each other at different points in our lives. And
I remember seeing you, and correct me if my memory's wrong, at an event at the Monona Terrace. And at the end of the event, we were walking I don't know if it was a gala or something. You're like, I need to talk to you. And then when you called, and it is, I mean, and I think it really does bring home the point of what we're sharing in this Thoughtfully Fit Thursday, is to not have to go it alone, whatever it is. At that point, that was the support system and the coaching that you needed to be able to achieve that goal. there are a lot of different support systems out there. And we always share in our Thoughtfully Fit model, how do you engage your core? What can you do? What's your core workout? And so the key here to remember is to pause and give yourself a moment to just think, what is that goal that I want to meet? What is that mountain I want to climb? And what are the support or resources that could help me achieve it? Because you don't have to go alone. And especially in a pandemic when we're all social distancing and still quarantining in some level, and then go make the call, go find that support system, go find that resource.
Yeah, and that can that can take the shape of so many different things, right? So I remember when I was doing the Ironman, I, had my meetings with you and my check-ins with you. And then I had this group of bloggers that I knew, and we would check in with each other and, kind of support each other. And, even as an author, I have a couple books out, a couple in a drawer, I teach writing. I still have my support system. I have a writing group. I pay an editor when I need to. I have a kind of an accountability partner that gets me out of bed in the morning to write at 5:30, because if I don't do it then, it just does not happen. And I am not a morning person. I am not decidedly, but I know what I need to do. I know that that's the only time that no one's going to need anything from me. And so Orly and I text, and by the time I'm done texting her, I'm awake enough to sort of not go back to sleep at least. So I think just, knowing that even in terms of writing a book, even though I've been doing this for a long time, even though I teach it, I still seek out those resources too. And I'm sure that you probably do much the same thing in your line of work as well.
100%. People always ask me, like, why do you have a coach? You are a coach. I need the support and the resources to be able to help me. And one of the things we're exciting, the next mountain that we're going to be tackling, we're creating the Thoughtfully Fit Gym, which we'll be launching later this spring as a place for people to go. It'll be virtual, but just like if you want to go to the gym, and you can work out at home, but people go to the gym for support and training and a community. We're going to be launching that so that people can do virtual Thoughtfully Fit workouts from home. And we've sought out resources to help us design this gym membership, because you don't have to go it alone.
No, and you shouldn't, right? It's no fun to go it alone. And even going back to training for the Ironman, I loved training alone, and just like right now, I write alone. I check in with my accountability partner in the morning. Otherwise I'm writing alone, but everything else around that, I have support for, right? And it was the same thing kind of doing the Ironman and so forth. I trained whenever I could. And so I liked being able to just kind of, if I had an extra hour to go out and do it when I wanted to, not on someone else's schedule, but it was wonderful to have all that extra support too.
Yes.
So I think it goes back to knowing what you need too, and what's going to work for you, and kind of figuring out the resources that are going to give you what you need, because your needs are different from anyone else's.
You bet. And that's where you engage your core and pause and think and give yourself the opportunity to figure out, what do I need? Do I need an expert? Do I just need an accountability partner? Mm-hmm. Is it a resource I want to pay for? Or is it a resource I want to design and do a trade with a friend? That sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Erin, thank you for joining us. Is there a future mountain, physical or book or otherwise, that you have that you're working towards?
I am working on my third book right now. It is, it's been a long time coming, but I have two little guys here at home with me, and we're doing virtual schooling. And so all of that is, endlessly challenging. So it's slower going than I would like, but it's definitely coming along. So
that's fantastic. Okay. Say the name of your first two books, which are incredible, just for people who want to go and check out and read your first two books.
Thank you. The first one is Miracle Beach, and the second one is Learning to Stay.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Type in the comments what your mountain is and how you're going to design support for yourself, and let Erin and I congratulate you and support you on your journey. Thanks. Take care.